So welcome to this the director's commentary of the Trauma trailer. Okay, so first we're gonna start out with this basically me annotating things that are within the trailer. Let's go for it. So let's go for the opening shot. Well, first off we got the black bars, and the thing is I got mentioned by Dan, my colleague, to add cinematic black bars, and the reason for that is just to create a more intense atmosphere, which is what we want to try and create and all that. And obviously the shot we've got here is the establishing shot. I guess what we could have done, we could have added some foreshadow, add something falling into the pool here, because at the end around here he falls into the pool, so some foreshadowing could have been amazing here, but unfortunately we just didn't do it, or we didn't think of that at the time. I mean, moving on, for past the establishing shot, this shot here, this was inspired by an earlier short film I made called Pool Story Bro, where it was basically a 25-second clip made up of 5-second clips, and yeah, and it's basically just about someone playing pool, and that's the main reason that inspired this shot for me, because I was like, hey, it's like a recollection of what that thing used to be, that short film. The text here is more let's have a look, what's it called, neon. It's neon based, and that's the whole, like, go with the 80s aesthetic. The color scheme, pink and blue, more with the 80s aesthetic of the neon. Mainly because Hotline Miami is usually pink and blue, or aqua at this point. Now looking at this, the text, not the text, the voice. What kind of assassin takes out a whole apartment complex of one full of armed fucks for one guy? That was because of it symbolized that this man is very dangerous. This man has been killing a lot of these goons and going to the apartments, closing down these drug deals, closing down the drug trade, slowly and slowly and slowly. And that's basically what this kind of resemblance is. See, this scene here, I love this scene because I love the over the shoulder. Originally, when this wasn't just a trailer, this was meant to be the short film, Matt was always on this side. He was always on the right hand quadrant here. If we're splitting up into the quadrant system, he'll always be on this right hand side, and I would be always on the left. I'm not sure if we will see that anymore throughout this, but I doubt. Yeah, here as well. We'll see, look, he's on the right, I'm on the left. That shot in general, the quote, some weird ass cult shit. This guy doesn't know. This man doesn't know what's about to hit him. And the fact a baseball bat hits him, but you know, he's very curious, very nervous, and he's very anxious, and that's what's kind of meant to show. This big man, this big muscular boy, is pretty afraid. Like he's very cautious. Now I filmed this with my phone. This wasn't on the film day. I just basically pulled up the car because to make it, I reckon it was nice. Instead of just having the man just walk up, it was nice to have this kind of like car pull up. So it's like, hey, it's me. You know what's about to happen and stuff like that. I do love how that kind of worked out for me as well. Oof. Again with that, the slight zoom creates more of an intense atmosphere, which I really love. And yeah, again, that's quite a lovely face I pull. Looking at it though, in itself, I've been some masked psychos. Again, he doesn't know. I love this. I love the fact that this man's chicken boy, Richard, is walking up while this is all going on. This here. Right here. The amount of times we had to get this shot. Jesus, man. just to have this. It took so many times. And I got so anxious because I was afraid that like next door would see like this masked man walking up to his house, despite us having like high vis vests on and all that kind of stuff. I was very anxious of that. But you know, you never kind of understand how hard it is to get these shots until you actually try and do it, and that's what I've learned from that. I think if we do it again, definitely invest in a gimbal. That itself, the quote, obviously, and it's the consistency of zooming. It creates such an intense atmosphere. I feel, especially the I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, he's very concerned, very confused. Also, before I forgot to mention the Vignette. I'm not sure you can barely see it, but just slightly in the corners again creates a bit more tense atmosphere and stuff like that. The rhetorical question, I don't know, this kind of felt pretty cliche. Like, what would you do? What do you, yeah, oh wow, this should be what would you do? Or what do you do? I don't know. I don't know what wording I should have done for this. I know it fits, and that's the main point. And now we have this. This is the worst graphical effects or visual effects that are on here. I didn't like this at all. I didn't like that I had to put it in, but it made no sense. I really wanted to use practical effects. Also, if I go back, look at the gun. Nozzle flash is there, but my hand does not move at all, and that is so annoying. Like, I should have. Guns have recoil. Look, and it's just. It's such. If I was to do this again, I'd use practical effects because I love the shot. The shot in itself is beautiful. You can't even see. Oh, you can see the camera. There's the tripod. There's that tripod. Well, the leg. Actual camera's there. I didn't really see that, to be fair. That only until now. So if I was to do this shot, I reckon we'd make sure the tripod wasn't in view. I'd have the gun have bigger recoil than that, and practical effects would be used, I reckon. Again, it goes from pink back to blue, keep with the colour scheme, which is brilliant. Like I mentioned before, the right side, the left side. I don't like Matt's acting in this. Look at him. It's like he's smiling, like he's not taking anything seriously, and I feel that wasn't a very good progression for his character as far as character development. It's more just like, I feel like he should have been starting to get into concern a bit more, like, instead of like going, oh yeah, it's fine. Like, no, I reckon he should have had a bit more of a concern in his character, like, stop, for like him to be the bigger man and stop being a whiny bitch, you know, chill the fuck out. But not in that way, as in more like putting the foot down, raising his voice, and it creates more of a conflict, more of a tense atmosphere. This shot, this was weird because I've never done this before. This man here, Matt, he cannot. I really didn't like him playing Jacket or Richard. Like, he's too soft, man. If we go for it, look how close his back goes to my face. Right. Wow. Again, it doesn't even skim my face, which is so annoying because I wanted it to be like touching the tip of my nose. Look, it's there. I wanted it to be at least here, at least cover my face or something. But yeah, no. And then the only use of practical effects was this ketchup. There's me dead as ketchup on the floor. Oh, that was such a bugger to clean up because it went into the seams of the wood as well. That was so horrible to clean. But yeah, no. It's better than nothing. I feel like that was better than the effects in this. I feel that was so much better than that. Ketchup is so much better than that. Like, I would love ketchup on that window instead of practical effects. Ideally as well, we were meant to get watermelons, and I reckon it was so much better instead of doing this neck slap or crack. Like, have the character smash up, like brutally murder this man with like, we'd be pulverizing the watermelon for practical effects. But no, I would want it. That'd be so gruesome, and I reckon that'd be amazing. That would have been great, but we just didn't get the watermelons. Okay, now more nitpicking on acting. Not exactly the most concerned face, a more focused face. And everyone has been, as far as like feedback on acting, this pounce here. It's like, oh, okay. I feel that the fight scene in general was very soft, like too soft. Like, definitely needed so much more anger in it. You can see it's just a fake fight, and it's not like they should be really going at it. Like, I reckon they should have like pushed him back, hit the pool table, and more like that instead of just being soft like it is now. Especially this. I hated this knee. This knee took so many times to shoot, but we had to go for this one. Yeah, that was good, but I just feel like it should have been more. I feel like that as well. Look, I feel like it should have been more like quick, like a proper knee in the gut. Like, oh, especially that. That is bad. Editing on my part. That's where it should have been the sound effect. That's where it was. So I think if I was just doing this again, especially with the sound quality with everyone else, like obviously hearing the speeches here, all this, I think I would have. We should have used a shotgun mic so badly. Honestly. I mean, I like the strain he puts on his face there, but it's time for me to nitpick on this. That draw, that was the perfect shot. That was my favourite shot of the whole thing, I reckon. Just that draw there. Although the stance on this side, if you cut this side, like that off, that would be great. But anything on this side, like, I reckon that should be facing outwards and stuff like that. Again, I would have loved the use of practical effects in this, honestly. And ooh, actually, that's the thing. So obviously, I would want to use practical effects instead of visual effects, considering that they're trash. This shot, if you can see, look, there's the trees, there's all that. This was actually done in the other room, where the pool table is. And this actually wasn't meant to be a shot. This was just a joke. We were just filming each other just for a joke. But I added it in. I don't know why. Like, I feel like it added like a bit more of a tense atmosphere. Like, this man's just about to kill me. This man, I'm looking coldly into his eyes and thinking, shit, I'm going to die. And that's why I added it. And again, going back onto it as well, I don't think there was acting wise. If you get shot in the shoulder, I like that. I just feel like it should be more like that. No, like quickly like going no screams. Just that and that. That I like though. The white noise was because yeah, we cut it way too early. So and also we had the drone. The drone filmed a shot from above. It was up there. The thing is though, it looked terrible. Like the shot wise, I didn't like it, so I didn't include it. But we tried it anyway. I know this is I think my second most favorite bit, the time lapse scene. And this is what I meant in my primary research about the pizza, because we've got Papa John's here. This time lapse was probably the most traumatic thing because of the way the tripod was. It kept on moving, and it wouldn't stay in place. And now it's so irritating, so that's why it's got a slight sway, because I had to use a stabilization tool in Premiere Pro to sort that out. I like this though. I like the whole, like, as far as visual, like, effects go, I love the text here. When it comes up anyway. I just feel it's very professional as far as everything goes. I love the time lapse. I love it when if you look in the top left, what I'll do, I'll replay this but in 2 times speed, and you can watch in the top left like it going actually dark, so it feels like a long, really long time lapse. But the clip itself was only like 15 minutes. See, on one of the edits, not that one, but he disappeared on the bone. If you hear again, this bit, boom. He faded into black on that bit, but unfortunately I couldn't get that to happen again because it's fitting the music in the time. But yeah, no, like how blue that is and how light it is. And off it goes. It goes so dark. I love it how it does that. It looks so unsmooth though, but when it's in 2 times speed. And I think if I was to do this all again, I would use practical effects. I would put so much more budget into it. I'd use a gimbal. I'd have me play the main actor, or the chicken boy, because this was me, and I've got a lot of aggression. I can be very aggressive, and that's the thing. That's like putting that acting into use. Definitely, I'd do it with a bigger cast. I'd do it with a better location than just my house. Like a rent out somewhere. We'll obviously look on Kent Film Office for locations. Apart from that, I reckon for what happened, I did a damn good job. So I'm proud of that. And it's me again. Also, side note, irrelevancy, but we ate the pizza afterwards, of course. That was probably the best part of the shoot, because that pizza was so good. But anyway, that concludes this director's commentary of annotating my work. Thank you very much for listening, and good luck reading my evaluation.